Fani Willis has decided to speak out regarding the allegations of misconduct. Greetings and salutations to everyone. Today's video focuses on Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis and her defense of Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade's qualifications in the case against former President Donald Trump. This marks Willis's first public statement since allegations of misconduct involving Wade were raised against her last week. While she did not directly address the accusations of an inappropriate relationship with Wade, she vehemently denied any wrongdoing in his hiring. Willis also hinted that the allegations against her and Wade may have been racially motivated. Trump has seized upon these claims as additional grounds to dismiss his criminal indictment in Georgia. Now, without any further delay, let us begin our discussion. In her first public remarks since the recent scrutiny surrounding Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade's alleged misconduct, Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis stood by his qualifications and defended his role in the state's case against former President Trump. During his address to the congregation at the Big Bethel AME Church on Sunday, Willis did not specifically address the accusations regarding an inappropriate relationship with Wade. However, he vehemently denied any wrongdoing in the hiring of Wade for the state's election interference case involving Trump and multiple co-defendants. Last week, allegations were brought to light by Mike Roman, a political operative and one of Trump's co-defendants, who previously held the position of Director of Election Day Operations on Trump's 2020 re-election campaign. Roman accused Willis and Wade of being involved in a romantic relationship that he deemed improper. According to Ashley Merchant, the attorney representing Roman, she has cited reliable sources who are familiar with both Willis and Wade to support her claim that the two individuals have been engaged in a continuous, intimate and romantic partnership. Furthermore, they have even taken trips together. The legal documents assert that this alleged relationship, which Merchant asserts began prior to the commencement of the election interference, renders the indictment fundamentally flawed. As a result, Merchant is requesting that the indictment be dismissed. Expressing some bewilderment, Willis shared on Sunday that he had designated 3 special counselors, compensating them all at an equal hourly rate. However, he observed that they seemed to focus their criticisms solely on one individual. Willis's team consisted of a highly accomplished white woman who also happened to be a close personal friend and an exceptional lawyer. Additionally, he enlisted the services of a brilliant white man who was not only a trusted friend but also an outstanding legal professional. Lastly, he appointed a black man who possessed remarkable skills both as a lawyer and as a cherished friend. While she did not explicitly mention Wade by name, she did, however, come to the defense of the lawyer's impeccable credentials. According to Willis, the African-American individual I selected has held the position of a judge for over a decade and has also managed a private law practice for more than 20 years. This individual has experience representing businesses in civil lawsuits and has served as a prosecutor, a criminal defense attorney, and a special assistant attorney general. Willis, speaking as though engaged in a dialogue with God, posed the question, God, why is it that the black man I employed was deemed acceptable when hired by a Republican in a different nation and compensated at double the rate? According to county records, the recent filing by Merchant highlighted the disbursement of funds to Wade, who received a substantial sum of almost $654,000 in legal fees for his involvement in the investigation during the years 2022 and 2023. The District Attorney's Office is responsible for granting authorization for these funds, as indicated in the records. Willis went on to propose that the accusations made against her as a black woman and Wade, a black man, could potentially have been driven by racial bias. She expressed, "Isn't it ironic that they accuse others of playing the race card, when in reality they are the ones doing so by singling out one individual?" Furthermore, she pointed out the irony of them consistently believing that she requires guidance from individuals outside of her jurisdiction and from other states, despite her nearly 3 decades of experience in her field. She later expressed her inquiry, questioning if there are individuals who will always refuse to acknowledge the qualifications of a black man, regardless of his accomplishments, prompting her to ask God for insight. During a speech that lasted close to 35 minutes, Willis shared the impact that the accusations have had on her, referring to the past few days as a difficult period that inspired her to write a heartfelt letter to God. Throughout her address, she consistently referred to herself as imperfect and flawed. Last week, Reverend Marjorie Taylor Greene, RGA, called for an immediate investigation into Willis and Wade, prompting the district attorney to address her critics. Willis expressed a heartfelt plea, stating that he does not wish to emulate those who have caused harm to him. He specifically mentioned Marjorie Taylor Greene, someone he has never personally encountered, but whose heart has become consumed by animosity. Willis questioned how it is possible for someone in a position of leadership within his state like Greene to have failed to extend a hand of support or communication towards him. Willis expressed that even though this woman may disagree with everything she does, she still acknowledges that it is not acceptable for anyone to threaten her or her family's lives. Willis wonders how this woman could believe that it is normal for another woman to be subjected to such cruelty. Willis emphasizes that she would never want this woman to go through the same experiences or receive the same threats, including derogatory name-calling and being doxxed multiple times. Last week, it was revealed through legal documents that Willis had been served a subpoena in the ongoing divorce proceedings of Wade. The Wall Street Journal initially reported on the issuance of this subpoena. According to the Associated Press, Judge Scott McAfee of Fulton County Superior Court stated in a recent hearing that he is currently awaiting a response from the District Attorney's Office. He anticipates scheduling a hearing in February to address Roman's motion. In an attempt to discredit his criminal indictment in Georgia, Trump has seized upon Roman's allegations as additional evidence. Last week, he asserted that these accusations completely undermine Willis's case against him. In addition to a federal criminal case in Washington, D.C., for his efforts to retain power following the 2020 election, Trump is also confronted with 13 counts related to his alleged attempts to overturn the election results in Georgia. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.